Hello, my lovelies. So we are doing a very soft and pretty style today. Something that is good for attending a wedding, maybe. Maybe you want to wear your hair in a half up to prom, perhaps. I think this will be fancy enough. Or if you just want pretty hair, which is when I generally do mine because I don't go anywhere. But any hoodles, we're naming this one the Melinda. Melinda means soft and gentle, and that is the look that we're going for. Melinda with a Y, because of course, you know, I like to name my hairstyles after my friends. So this is for my friend Melinda, who has unicorn hair. As in, it is silver and sometimes blue and sometimes purple and sometimes pink and whatever she feels like, which I love. She's still quite young and very brave with her hairstyles and her hair colors. So this one is for her because I kind of thought it would be cool to have like this super classy style in like bright blue. Why not? So I'm going to work with my natural part today just so it will remain as soft as I can make it. And you can see my bangs, my cowlick has reared its ugly head, so we're just gonna not fight it. So I have just done a very soft part. I don't want any like hard edges to this style. So we are going to take, mostly separating, nothing major. Oh, before we get there, we do need one specialty item. You're gonna need bobby pins, of course. You guys are familiar with this. This is the bun form. Mine really needs trimmed up because it has seen better days. This is a big one. This is my favorite, but I had one that was a size smaller than this, which is more the standard size, which I cut up. I cut it into two sections for reasons, as in this is one of those sections and I unrolled it. So I would have this because we're going to make a bump it. Now before we get there, I want to show you. You can buy them already made. They usually come in a pack like this. This is a Ricky Care Insta Updo. It has a few, right? Now, these work great. Don't get me wrong. And if you are going somewhere where you're going to be dancing a lot or you need your hair to not move all day, then I would recommend using one of these. But the problem I have with these is that these are Velcro. Like Velcro. They stay. It's not going to move. Now, the other problem with Velcro though is that it stays. So I'm going to be very gentle and pull this out. And you see that wasn't so bad. However, these are made to put hair on top. And that's where it gets a little tricky for me. Like I said, if it is a special occasion, go for it. Just be careful when you take it out. No big deal. But I'm not going anyplace special today, so I'm not even going to deal with it. But you see I have them, just in case. It is a great way to add volume though. And like I said, like you don't need extra pins and stuff. You just stick it in, put your hair over top, and it'll stay. So that is kind of nice. However, I'm going to kind of duplicate it with this stuff and just pin it in because I just need the volume. Okay, now let's start separating. So we want to start, should we go? Yeah, we'll go full in front of our ear and just up. How much? Let me start up here so I can see how much I'm going. We'll meet in the middle. Okay, because I don't want too much of the front out, but I do want it to be relatively even on both sides. So, I mean, of course, there's going to be less on the right because my part is slightly off kilter. All right. So these we're saving to the very end. Let's clip those out of the way. There it is. I was prepared. I laid my stuff out and still can't find it when it's right in front of my face. Okay, next part. We need to put a bump right here, which means we're going to take this hair here, right behind our ears, go all the way up, like so. I'm hoping this will be enough. We're going to separate out. Saw an edit there while I was separating. I slept in braids, curled the ends, and my curly ends loved each other too much, and it took me a little while to separate. Any hoodles. this we're separating out. We're pulling this up here in the front. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. I am going to clip this out of the way for the moment because we need to pin in our poofy bumpy thing. Okay, so instead of leaving it rolled up in like a little half thing, because it would have been a little more odd, let's see, which is the thick side, that side. Okay, I'm just kind of gather like this, and like this, and kind of fold this under here so it'll be relatively smooth on top. I'm just going to kind of spread it out so it looks like that mostly. I'm going to put this right here, and I'm just going to pin it in. If I can even get to where I can get my pins open. With all this hair in my face. So yeah. Pin this in, and then we will take this hair that we have in front of us and hide our little mesh netting we've got going on. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have hair rat saved up, which I'm still working on saving up mine, I forget half the time and throw my hair out to the birds like I always have. Okay, now pull this up and over. Oh, it's sticking way up too far, I think. Might have to pull that back a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. It might still be too big. That happens. Let's see. Maybe not. Let me fiddle. This is the fiddly portion. Yeah, it's not quite wide enough. I need it a little flatter and a little wider. No big whoa. Now I am at a flatter, wider where I need it to be. We're not totally pinning it in yet, but I needed to check to make sure that that's where it needed to be. So, I wrote down which way. Left first. Alright, I'm going to kind of separate this into two sections. I'm going to pull the right side kind of over here for now. So left side first, make sure you've got, half of it covered. I'm going to give it a little bit of a twist right here. And pin like so. I'm not going to worry about this pin showing because it's going to be covered. I'm just going to go ahead and pin right up into the base underneath there. So we have that pinned. It's pretty softly pinned, but I can add more pins. Okay, now the other side, same thing, up and over. I'm going to cover all of this. Why are you lumpy? Oh, I need another pin. The only thing when you add these things, I suppose it probably would be easier to just, tease, but I'd rather not. I am the way I am. Okay. Now, pull this. We're going to pin this over on the opposite, kind of cross it over. Now I know what this is supposed to look like in my head, but yes, okay. Oh, I've got some down here. I will fix it in a minute. I'm going to pin first and then I can tuck in. Incidentally, this is why women go to a salon to get their hair done, because doing it on yourself, oh, I can let those down though, making me sweat. Doing it on yourself, you can't always see the back of your head and what's going on. Like that, if I could have seen the back of my head, I'd have known we needed to tuck. It's not a big deal. Tuck, tuck. We do have hair that will go over that too. Want to make sure netting isn't. That'll work for now. Cool. Okay. So you see we have the volume, the poof. Okay. Next, this side, we're going to pull this, actually no, not yet. listen to me. I didn't know what I'm doing. Okay, next. The thingies that are hanging down, we need to braid. Let me pull. We don't need to braid all of it. So we'll do about this much. More separating out drama. Not too dramatic that time, thank goodness. Okay, English braid. Is that going to be enough? No. Give me another section here. I want a thicker braid. All right, separate that out. English braid. You don't need to braid it all the way down because all we're doing with this is going around the front. I'll show you. Let me get it braided. Like I said, just English braid. Nothing fancy. Straight English braid. Back in a sec. All right, so we're braided. I have this much left over, but basically all we're doing is we're wrapping it up and around where our bump is. I'm not even tying off the end. I am going to pin though, so it doesn't slide all over my head. Where are my little pins? Just hold on to this end while I pin this down. Okay. Oh, one more pin on this side. Oh, let's see if I can pin lefty. I don't know. Maybe. Yes, I can. Good to know. Okay, when we reach the back here, we're going to add another pin. Use a big one this time. Like so. Maybe opposite way. There we go. Just shove that up in there. I probably still have a little bit of braid. Unbraid that section. We should just have curls there. Oh, please let it look like it does in my head. I'm actually a little far over. Move this a little further back over this way. And I'm going to add another pin right here because I can feel it sliding just a little bit. Should be like the story of my life. I can feel it sliding just a little bit. Add more pins. All right. Now, let me unbraid what I saw. Cool. Next step. I know, you guys are like, this is the first time she's done this one. No, it isn't. I practiced. I have a list of the steps even. Sometimes, you guys, I luck out and everything goes awesome on the first go. And then other times I practice and I got it down pat and then I do it and it's just not working for whatever reason. Okay, so right side first. This is for me. If you don't want to do the right side first, then don't do the right side first. Do the other side. It's up to you. I am going to check before I add my pins though. Okay, that's where I want it. Now we're going to pin it. Let me get back behind here so I know which direction it's going. Pin that up in. Yay. I know you're looking at this going, what is this? I'll get to it. This side. Now hopefully I can get my bangs to go. These I usually just end up having to spray back because they won't cooperate at all. I'm sure there will be some hairspray involved. And I'm trying to do this kind of softly. Softly. I might have to redo this side. It is up really high. Oh, there we go. Sorry. And now the opposite side with this, like so. Pin. I'm also not super worried about the last two pins showing because I have something for that. Although they probably won't show too badly anyway, like they aren't showing very badly, as you can see. This one's a little bit, needs to go back up in there. But you can probably move some of your hair over it if it's especially egregious. There we go. Good cascade effect. Pretty so far. Yes. I'm going to spray the bangs real quick. And then we will add all the fancy. Okay? Alright, time for the fancy. So, the fancy for us is, I have, do you remember when we made these? Our floral pins that we put hot glue in the end so we wouldn't jab ourselves in the head. We're going to use those in this braid. And I have some of these that my Jamie got for me. These little slimy pearl and rhinestone pins. We're going to put those in first because I have to look so I can see them. Because I want them to sort of cover my pins. That's why I told you I was not super worried. As soon as I can find it. Okay. There we go. Just going to run it right up with the pin. Very pretty. And the same thing on the other side so that we match. Okay. They seem relatively even. Yes. Okay. Pretty. All right. Now, all we're going to do with these is put them, well, shove them in at like every crossover. And I'm just putting them in kind of horizontal to my head. Got one there, put one there. So they just run right along. And they're really pretty. I think they're really pretty. They're my jam, y'all. I like adding all these little tiny, insignificant, like these don't hold anything, but they look really pretty. I like them. I don't know. It's just those little things. I realize most people don't care about those little things, but I do. So there we go. It's romantic. Why are you not covering the way you should? Maybe I need another pin up here. Or just adjustment, like so. That worked. Yeah. It's romantic. It's fancy, but it's not like overly fancy. That's not bad. I don't know. I think it's romantic. You know, it's romantic and it's soft and it's pretty. If you want to do this with your hair like super curled, you just get, you know, a ton more volume and, you know, nice big hair. If that's what you want, then, you know, by all means, curl it. But I just did soft braid waves because, you know, we're just doing the soft version. So, but that's it. That's my Melinda. I hope she likes it. It's not hard, you guys. It's just separating. Really, and putting your pins where they need to go. But I think it looks pretty with the pearls and just the little extras. Makes it soft. Alrighty, so that was this week's hair. Something new from me, just because I seriously am going to pin this though. It's just falling. Pin! Use a little pin. Yeah, I don't know. I was in the mood for something romantical, and I don't know. Melinda makes me happy when I'm feeling down. So, I don't know. Something for her. Hopefully she likes it. Okay, any hoodles, I'm going to shut up now. And I will see you next week with hair. And I will see you tomorrow with something. I'm actually getting ready to go film Monday's vid, so I don't know. We'll see if I've figured out by the time this goes up. Okay, I love you guys, and no matter what, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, have a great day. Bye.